HSE. Technical questions. For M.TECH HSE and DM. Fire prevention and fire protection systems. Question 27. The 4 simple steps for operating a fire extinguisher can be remembered with the word pass. Pull, activate, squeeze, sweep, squeeze, sweep. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. Question 28. After the fire has been extinguished, it is important to watch the site for reignition. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. Question 29. Fire extinguishers must be inspected or checked every 60 days. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. Question 30. According to local, state and national codes and regulations, fire extinguishers must be maintained biannually. A. True. B. False. Answer. B. False. Question 31. What type of electrically powered industrial truck can be used in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations? A. Type X. B. Type S. C. Type E. D. Type E. Answer. A. Type X. Question 32. What is the minimum acceptable flow at the base of a riser including hose streams, ordinarily acceptable for pipe schedule sprinkler systems required for ordinary hazard, Group I, classified occupancies? A. 100 GPM. B. 850 GPM. C. 700 GPM. D. 500 GPM. Answer. B. 850 GPM. Question 33. The pressure produced by a column of water 1 foot high is 0.433 pounds per square inch. B. 2.31 pounds per square inch. C. 14.7 pounds per square inch. D. 29.9 pounds per square inch. Answer. 0.433 pounds per square inch. Question 34. The total head of a fire pump is A. The energy imparted to the liquid as it passes through the pump. B. psi rating as the liquid passes through the pipe. C. The energy imparted to the liquid as it passes through the orifice. D. The static pressure of water at the intake of the pump. Answer. A. The energy imparted to the liquid as it passes through the pump. Question 35. Proper exit design permits everyone to leave the fire-endangered area. A. Without fear of loss of life. B. Prior to an untenable atmosphere. C. In the shortest travel distance. D. In the shortest possible time. Answer. D. In the shortest possible time. Question 36. The Life Safety Code included the term exit in an overall definition of means of egress. A means of egress is a continuous path of travel from any point in a building or structure to the open air outside at ground level. Egress consists of which 3 separate and distinct parts? A. Access to the exit, lighting, signage. B. Access to the exit, floor construction, door swing. C. Access to the exit, and area outside the building. D. Access to the exit, and the exit discharge. Answer. D. Access to the exit, and the exit discharge. Question 37. In Type 2, 111, construction, columns supporting more than one floor are required to have a fire resistance rating of A. 0 hour. B. 3/4 hour. C. 1 hour. D. 3 hours. Answer. C. 1 hour. Question 38. The intensity of the illumination of means of egress should be not less than A. 1 foot candle measured at the floor. B. 1 foot candle measured 3 above the floor. C. 3 foot candles measured at the floor. D. 3 foot candles measured 3 above the floor. Answer. A. 1 foot candle measured at the floor. Question 39. An oxygen-enriched atmosphere is defined as any atmosphere in which the concentration of oxygen exceeds 21% by volume or the partial pressure of the oxygen exceeds what pressure? A. 1.6 pounds per square inch. B. 16 kPa. C. 16 atmospheres. D. 160 torr. Answer. D. 160 torr. Question 40. Water is most effective and most commonly used for which of the following type of fire? A. Class A ordinary combustibles. B. Class B flammable and combustible liquids. C. Class C electrical. D. Class D combustible metals. Answer. A. Class A ordinary combustibles. Question 41. Which of the following is not a basic method for heating gravity tank water? A. Direct discharge of steam into water. B. Gravity circulation of hot water. C. Steam coils inside tanks. Answer. D. Warm air in internal jacket. Question 42. An important limitation to consider when using pressure tanks in automatic sprinkler protection is their A. Small volume of water stored. B. Dependence upon outside power sources to maintain pressure. C. Lack of training of fire department personnel. D. Inadequate pipe sizing. Answer. A. Small volume of water stored. Question 43. Which one of the following principles is used to determine the necessary exit width? A. Design and application. B. Flow and capacity. C. Width and movement. D. Construction and design. Answer. B. Flow and capacity. Question 44. As a type of automatic fire detection device, heat detectors are the A. Oldest. B. Newest. C. Most reliable. D. Least reliable. Answer. A. Oldest. Question 45. The first principle of good storage practice for chemicals is A. Limiting quantity. B. Segregation. C. Containment. D. Concentration. Answer. B. Segregation. Question 46. When using a CO2 fire extinguisher, you should be aware that the nozzle will become A. Very hot. B. Very cold. C. Warm. D. Slightly cold. Answer. B. Very cold. Question 46. Which color coding does foam fire extinguishers fall under? A. Red. B. Blue. C. Cream. D. Black. Answer. C. Cream. Question 47. The color coding for a dry powder fire extinguisher is A. Blue. B. Cream. C. Red. D. Black. Answer. A. Blue. Question 48. Which two types of fire extinguishers should you avoid using in confined spaces? Choose two answers. A. Dry powder. B. Water. C. CO2. D. Foam. E. Wet chemical. Answer. A. Dry powder. Question 49. Which of these fire extinguishers is most suitable for electrical fires? A. CO2. B. Water. C. Wet chemical. D. Foam. Answer. A. CO2. Question 50. Which of the following is not a Class A material? A. Wood. B. Paper. C. Propane. D. Plastic. Answer. C. Propane. Question 51. Which category does titanium and aluminum materials fall under? A. Category C. B. Category A. C. Category F. D. Category D. Answer. D. Category D. Question 52. Which types of fire extinguishers were designed specifically for tackling Class F fires? A. CO2 fire extinguishers. B. Dry powder fire extinguishers. C. Wet chemical fire extinguishers. D. Water fire extinguishers. Answer. C. Wet chemical fire extinguishers.